Ford has been steamrolling through the American pickup truck industry for the past few years, and things are about to get a whole lot more interesting with the Ranchero rejoining the lineup in 2025. With the Maverick dominating the compact segment and the F-150 running away with the title of the best-selling vehicle in America, the introduction of yet another pickup truck that is even more affordable than the Maverick to the lineup will undoubtedly make Ford the de facto brand for Americans who are looking to buy a vehicle that offers a mix of ruggedness, practicality, and comfort. The Ranchero nameplate is not anything new for Ford. From 1957 to 1979, the Ranchero was one of the best-selling compact pickup trucks in North America and went toe-to-toe with the Chevy El Camino for bragging rights in the segment. In its heyday, the Ranchero offered a unique blend of utility and muscle. Car enthusiasts of the era could have their cake and eat it too, hauling gardening supplies in the week and tearing up the drag strip on the weekend, all thanks to the Ranchero's powerful engine options often shared with its muscle car cousins, like the Mustang and Torino. This marriage of muscle car brawn and pickup bed functionality, along with an affordable starting price, made the Ranchero a true game changer and a bestseller for the era. While the El Camino leaned more towards a luxurious car with a tacked-on bed, the Ranchero embraced its dual personality with open arms, offering a comfortable ride for daily commutes from the farm, yet remaining happy to get dirty during those weekend adventures. Throughout its production run, the original Ranchero's design evolved from a utilitarian car truck to a more car-like design with a lower stance and sportier lines. With the rise of SUVs in the late 1970s, the Ranchero eventually bowed out of production, but nearly 5 decades later, Ford has brought it back. But what will the 21st generation revival of this legendary machine bring to the table? Let's kick things off by looking at it. What will the new Ford Ranchero be powered by? Looking at where the compact truck market is heading, it would be foolish of Ford not to launch the Ranchero with a hybrid engine. The Blue Oval Company already has plenty of experience pairing internal combustion engines with an electric component and shoving it into a compact pickup truck shell. Just take a look at the Maverick hybrids that are flying off of showroom floors. If you have been paying attention to the 2024 Maverick lineup, you'd have noticed that the hybrid engine has been replaced with a turbocharged inline-4. This is no coincidence, and we believe this is the first sign of the Ranchero's arrival, which will zoom in and grab the hybrid compact pickup truck segment for the ultimate 1-2 punch: the Maverick with the internal combustion gasoline engine and the Ranchero with the hybrid power plant. Although the Ranchero will borrow some of the Maverick's hybrid components, it will be based on a completely new architecture. While the Maverick hybrid uses the hybrid component simply as a range extender, the Ranchero will be a plug-in hybrid, allowing it to travel a substantial distance in pure EV mode. Not only that, but you'll also be able to charge the hybrid battery directly off the grid, making this the perfect choice for those short hops to the grocery store and back. The plug-in hybrid setup will also make the Ranchero one of the quickest pickup trucks in the segment, with the 0 to 60 hop expected to fall below the 7.7-second mark set by the Maverick hybrid. The Ranchero will match the Maverick hybrid in fuel economy, getting 42 miles per gallon around the city and an impressive 33 miles per gallon in highway driving. The fuel-sipping plug-in hybrid won't be the only member of the upcoming Ranchero lineup, however, as Ford is also planning to give the enthusiasts something to be excited about with an all-out performance variant. Although this won't be an old-fashioned V8-equipped rear-wheel drive example like in the good old days, the sporty powertrains would be far more exciting than the anemic grocery getters flooding the streets today. Up first is the 1.5-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder, which the Ranchero borrows from the Ford Escape. It makes an impressive 181 horsepower and 190 foot-pound of torque, an ample amount for the base model Ranchero. The Escape's 2.0-liter engine will also be shared with the new compact pickup, and we are certain that its 250 horsepower will shine when paired with the Ranchero's light lightweight chassis. But the biggest and baddest Ranchero will come with the impressive 3.3-liter V6 that powers the current generation Explorer and will blow the competition out of the water with its 400 horsepower. Not only this absurd power figure makes the Ranchero the most powerful and fastest compact pickup truck we've seen to date, but it will also outclass most of the midsize pickup segment while at it. 400 ponies is nothing to joke about, and if the Blue Oval Company plays its cards right, the range-topping Ranchero has the potential of becoming a modern-day successor to the GMC Cyclone of the 1990s, just from the different brand that happens to be GM's arch nemesis. The looks of the new Ranchero will match what it's packing on the inside, and we have no doubt this would be the most eye-catching Ford model to come out in the past few decades. Unlike its body-on-frame predecessor, the new Ranchero will be built upon the C2 unibody platform, which it inherits from the Maverick. However, this won't be the most notable difference between the past and the present. That accolade belongs to the number of doors. You see, the old Ranchero was more of a ute than an all-out pickup truck, meaning that it only came with 2 doors instead of 4. That's where the new variant will set itself apart, as Ford is rumored to offer it strictly in 4-door form. This won't be a popular choice, especially when you consider that people have been begging at their knees for Ford to bring the 2-door pickup back. But let us ask you, would you really buy a 2-door pickup even if Ford offered it to you on a silver platter? Ford knows what sells, and in 2024, it's 4-door pickups. The Ranchero won't be an ordinary pickup though, although it will be closer to a Fiesta than an F-150 in size. With a wheelbase between 100 and 120 inches, there will be some bold design cues that pay homage to the past. Think of a Ford Bronco with a pickup truck bed hanging out the back. The small size will also make the new Ranchero much more maneuverable than the land yachts of yesteryear, making it the perfect urban cruiser for college students, young families, and even surfer bros. The story won't be much different on the inside, with the Ranchero having largely the same interior as the Maverick, just with a hint of retro thrown in as an homage to the past. There will be space for 5 adults to sit in comfort and plenty of obvious and hidden storage compartments to store all their goodies in. The new Ranchero will also be miles safer than its grandfather, and you have modern safety standards and the truck's unibody construction to thank for that. If you know anything about modern-day Ford, you already know that they will throw the kitchen sink at the new Ranchero when it comes to technology. An 8-inch high-definition touchscreen would be the truck's centerpiece, a massive improvement over the previous generation, which barely had an FM radio on the highest spec models. Just like the Maverick, this screen will come loaded with everything you could ever ask for at this price point, including Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and SiriusXM satellite radio. Ford will also address their comprehensive suite of safety technologies on top, making the Ranchero one of the best all-arounders in the market once it comes out. With the all-electric F-150 Lightning exceeding Ford sales expectations, it would be foolish of them not to try and replicate the same in the compact segment as well. This is where the conversation surrounding an electric version of the Ranchero begins, and in our books, this will be a win-win for both Ford and the EV industry as a whole. You see, EVs haven't had the best reputation among the general public, largely due to the fact that they are insanely expensive. If Ford comes out with an electrified compact pickup truck at an affordable price point, it would put an end to the backlash, making EVs more accessible for all. However, if Ford decides to come out with an electrified Ranchero, they would have to develop an all-new platform similar to what Chevrolet did for the Bolt EV. But seeing that the company has made large investments in its EV facilities with the development of the F-150 Lightning and the Mustang Mach-E, and the potential of the electrified Ranchero outselling the rest of the competition, we think the initial efforts would be worthwhile. Electrified or not, the Ford Ranchero has stunned the automotive industry and has made all the other major automakers, including Jeep, Ram, Toyota, Subaru, and others, hastily announce that they are also coming out with new compact pickup trucks of their own. But with the Ranchero having one of the most legendary legacies in the industry and the Blue Oval Company's resources behind it, we have no doubt that it will outshine them all. Although we haven't heard anything official about the Ranchero's MSRP just yet, All fingers point to it being even cheaper than the Maverick that it shares the underpinnings with. This means that the starting price for the base model will be below even $23,000, which is simply unheard of in this day and age. The price will unsurprisingly go up if you decide to pick a more performance-oriented powertrain, but still, the value for the money you get with the new Ranchero will be unmatched by anything else in the segment. Ford is set to pull the covers off the production model soon, and once they do, expect the pickup truck industry as we know it to be upside down. If you can't wait to get your hands on one of the early examples of the Ranchero, keep your eyes peeled as Ford will be announcing pre-orders pretty soon. Want to know all about the Japanese rival set to join the Ranchero on the streets? Then don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out the latest videos on exciting new models just like this.